I'm not the first to say it. I definitely won't be the last to say it. But let me say it. I have a strong dislike for Nintendo. And nothing changed after Nintendo Direct today. They were able to capture my attention with some of their game releases. I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, I was excited for the FromSoft game. I was excited for the idea of an open world Mario that had limitless driving capabilities. You could go anywhere. They said you don't just have to race anymore, you can just drive. And I'll be the first to admit I was excited. I thought that finally Nintendo was taking a step in the right direction and giving us something more than just the overturned, reproduced nonsense that they had been pushing at us for years. I finally thought that we had a chance to break from the cycle that Nintendo had been in. And I had a smile on my face. I genuinely did. And then Nintendo, like the bully at the playground, walked up to me, opened my face, spit in my mouth, and kicked sand in my eyes. Now, you're wondering, what exactly did they do? Nintendo said, we're going to be the first ones to move the price point of our video games up. And I just don't think that they reserve the right to do that. I think the company that should have done it should have definitely been Rockstar upon the release of GTA 6. I think that Rockstar was probably one of the only companies that could have led the video game industry into like a new pricing era. I think that Nintendo definitely, if anything, should definitely not be increasing the price of their already mediocre video games. The Switch, as everyone knows, underperformed everyone's expectations. The FPS is not what it's supposed to be. And in this era of gaming, the Switch isn't a viable console. They talked about the Switch 2, got everybody excited, and now they're also releasing that at a higher price point than everybody expected. And granted, while I can understand the decision behind the Switch 2, I can't understand the decision behind the games. $80 for a digital copy and $90 for the physical is just something I can't bring myself to pay for when it comes to Nintendo gaming. Nintendo has always kind of been that C tier company for me. It's always been the last company I think of when it comes to gaming. You know, I think of them as, oh yeah, they did Mario. Oh yeah, they did Kirby. Oh yeah, they did Donkey Kong. You know, games like that. Thoughts like that. I never think to myself, oh, I can't wait for this next AAA title to come from Nintendo. I can't wait to go wait in line and get a copy of Nintendo's newest super fantastic mega deluxe ultra game. I don't think I've ever waited in line for a Nintendo game. And now with the thought behind an $80 priced game, I don't think there will ever be a line for a Nintendo game again. I, among everybody else, is upset at the decision that Nintendo is going with here. They seem like they quite literally don't understand the gaming market, at least the current gaming market of today. I think that Nintendo is just being silly. They're doing something that nobody expected them to do, while granted can be a great business tactic, isn't necessarily what they should be doing. Nintendo, let me put it this way, you're simply just not the quality of company that deserves the right to do what you did. Granted, we all knew it was coming eventually. We all knew that games were going to get priced higher. It was just something that's going to happen. Inflation happens to all good things. And unfortunately, video games are one of those things. But we didn't think Nintendo would do it. And Nintendo doing so has created this, like, I don't know, almost like I drank sour milk feeling. It's just like I'm not sure I ever want to do business with them again. Now, will I buy a Switch 2? Most likely. Will I inevitably obtain a copy of Super Deluxe Mario Open World Driving Simulator 9? Probably. Will I enjoy the $80 behind it? No. I'll probably end up waiting until a Christmas or some holiday sale happens and Super Mega Deluxe Mario Kart 9 is $60. And even still, will I be happy about paying for it? No. Will it happen? Yes. GTA should have done it first. I think if I'm Nintendo's game director, I spit in the face of the guy that's like, hey, we should charge $80 for Super Deluxe Mario Kart. I'm spitting in his face. I don't think that Nintendo as a company has the reputation, it's not the right word, has the validity behind themselves, I guess. They're not a valid company to be pushing new price points. They've kind of always just been a company to sit in the back and not let people notice that what they're doing is mediocre at best. But now with their first step on the moon, first step forward, they now have a spotlight on them. And I am curious to see how Nintendo performs under the spotlight. Now, it's not necessarily positive attention, because just like I've mentioned in this video dozens of times, nobody's happy with Nintendo's choice. And if you are happy, you're probably one of the only people who are happy with this choice. Now, granted, again, I didn't say I wasn't excited for the FromSoft game, because that has potential. That could save everything for Nintendo, honestly. FromSoft has been a very popular company in recent times. But, honestly, I'm not excited that Nintendo was the first. And I'm definitely not the first to say that, but I won't be the last to say that either. And with that, y'all have a good night. And if you're watching this and it's nighttime, I'm probably streaming. So, yeah, join in. Have a good one.